Hello, scrappy friends. So I'm back with one more video in our 12 cropping days of Christmas. I thought it would be fun to just do a quick layout share of all 12 layouts that I did during the 12 cropping days of Christmas series. So if you haven't seen the series, I will have the entire playlist linked at the end of this video so you can pop on over and check them all out, as well as last year's 12 days of Christmas. Okay, let me scoot my pile of layouts over a little bit because I did start this year inside my Christmas album. I did this page right here was video number 1, and it has one photo on it. So as the series progressed, day 1 had one photo, day 2 I added 2 photos, and so on until I got up to day 12 where I added 12 photos on my layout. So here's layout number 1, it with the one photo, and then after I aired and edited and all that, I realized I do put the date on each page of this album. So even though this is what I call my highlight album, it's one page per year, and it goes back to the very first Christmas my husband and I celebrated together, which was 1988. And it's only one page per year, but I like to include the date on each page just so that nobody has to count forward and go, oh, what year was that? It makes it very easy. So I did add that after I aired the video. Okay, so that's layout number 1. Let me close this for one moment because layout number 2 was a standalone layout, and it goes into a family album. This would be 2007, and here is the layout with 2 photos on it. And I don't think I made any changes after I stopped the camera rolling. And then video number 3 with the 3 photos is right here in my album again. And I love this page. It's just fun and festive. And again, I went back and I added the year and I put it right here in the center of that beautiful layered embellishment. Okay, so let's move the stack out of the way and my album out of the way, and I can show you nice and clean here what the layouts look like. So here's layout number 4 with 4 photos. I loved this page. We made a frame for the mat of this photo using a border making cartridge, so that was really fun. I changed up how this was based on the sketch just so it wasn't quite as busy, and so that one, I love how that one came out. Layout number 5, I was able to get all 5 photos on my page because I was able and willing to crop down the photos and make them smaller. So smaller photos allows you to get more on the page. And I got a lot of comments on the Candy Cane stripe border making cartridge that I used for this layout and how well it helped to frame in those photos. And I just want to take this moment to thank all of you for all the wonderful comments, the feedback, the thumbs up. I really do appreciate all of it. It really helped keep me motivated throughout the series as well. So thank you for doing that. Layout number 6 is where I started into double page layouts. And this was the first one where we talked about the difference between mitering and gutting paper. Layout number 7, where I was able to get 7 photos on my layout with a grid over here and then just a row of photos on the other side. Super fun cutting that one down to fit inside the mat. And here is layout number 8. I'm super happy with this one. I think especially because I was able to get this vintage border on here. I've had this in my stash for probably over 15 years, so happy to get that. And it had this corresponding journaling box. I kind of added a little bit of a few extra embellishments to the journaling box. I just love it. And in this video, I also showed how to make these cute little tabs that I have underneath here. So this was a really fun video, and this one is perfect for my 1995 album, which I do not have completed yet. So I am so happy to be able to get this done and in that album. Layout number 9 is where I had to bring in a peekaboo pocket to help get all 9 photos on my layout. And I just love that we can just sneak in a couple extra photos and it doesn't really affect our page layout or the thickness of our album. I also did the vertical nutcracker border punch, so that I love how that came out. Layout number 10, I was able to crop those photos down. Over here, I was able to get a little bit of a grid over here with 4 little photos and then some bigger photos on the other side. So I like to call this second page a photo dump because I was able to keep the photos in pretty large sizes, put the horizontal down here and the 2 verticals going like that. That's a very common theme for me with when I have a lot of extra photos to get on a page. Layout number 11. This was my live video where I spent a lot of time creating this border. Over here, it's just strips of paper that had to be trimmed down, but I thought it was such a great use of scraps, especially as I was nearing the end of this series and I was accumulating a lot of scraps. So that was perfect. And thank you to all of you who caught on that when I was doing it live, I did place this middle border upside down, and you guys were on it. You let me know in the comments. So I came in and I'm so thankful I used that repositionable tape. It came up right away and I was able to turn it around and get that garland going the right direction. So thank you for that. So I only got 6 photos on the actual 2-page spread. So I brought in a 6x12 peekaboo pocket, which now allows me to get the other 5 photos on here. So my peekaboo pocket will go right here. And then when you open it up, let's go like this, you'll see that it continues on. The stripes continue over, and my last 2 photos go over here as well as my journaling box. So very happy with this layout. It came out super cute. And I love when we have interactive elements that we can put on our pages and use it to house more photos. Number 12 and our final layout was this one right here, where I first started off by making the 2-page layout, which I was able to get 6 photos on, plus a lot of embellishing. I have a big title with a big embellishment cluster here. Was able to use this festive ornament punch, which I was so happy about, and I demonstrated with a little video inside the video to show how I created those. And a big spot for journaling, which after I aired the video, I decided that this looked really plain, so I came back in and added this embellishment cluster right here just to kind of make that a little bit more embellished up there. I won't have a lot to say here, so that's perfect. And I believe I added the green little bow right there as well. But in order to get the other half of the photos on this layout number 12, I brought in an 8.5 by 11 page pocket, and it will go into an insert into the album, and it will line up just like that in the center. And I didn't do a lot of decorating. I tried to keep the page layout very similar to what I had. Put some more of the ornaments here, and when you flip it over, it just has the 3 more photos, a cute little title, and some more embellishments, and that's it. It was very simple. This page came together very quickly, even though it looks pretty elaborate. This page in here gives me that perfect spot to put those extra photos. So there we go. That's my 12 cropping days of Christmas. Like I said, I'll link the video at the end, and I really appreciate all of you hanging in there with me through the month of December, and I thank all of you who have watched all 12 of them, all 12 videos. I really appreciate it. I love doing this series, and this is the 2nd year, and I guess you'll have to come back next year and see what we have in mind for next year's 12 Days of Christmas. But I'll be back in January with some new videos, and until then, take care everybody, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. And then here's the link to the playlist here and another video up there that you may enjoy. Take care. Bye now.